that. I believe we are in the right place. So let's go check out the Ball Family Cemetery. So many of you know that I grew up and live in and around the Manassas, Virginia area, which is where a lot of Civil War activity took place. And this is just another one of those sites. This is pretty cool. It's not far from where I live. But apparently right up on that hill, right up there, there was a mansion called Portici. I'll go over here to the sign. Take a look at the sign here. It tells a little bit about it. The Lewis Plantation, known as Portici, saw service as a Confederate headquarters and hospital at the First Battle of Manassas, July 1861, and as the setting of a small cavalry action at the end of the Second Battle of Manassas, August 1862. And then we've got a nice little map here. Talks about the area, where we are. And we're going to take a walk up here and take a look at the Ball Family Cemetery, which is up this hill a little bit. I'm not entirely sure. I've never been to this site before, so this is new for me as well. But we'll take a look at this sign here. All about Portici. The little note up here says, named for a small Italian village at the foot of Mount Vesuvius, known for its history of destructive fires, Portici ultimately succumbed to flames following Second Manassas. So right up at the top of that hill is where Portici sat. Now I'm not sure what this little log cabin is over here. We'll take a walk over here and peek at it. Don't know if this is an original or if it's a reproduction. In fact, I don't see any signs around it, so I'm not even entirely sure what its purpose is. Is it part of the park here, wanting to show us what it would be like? I don't know for sure. They've definitely got the mud packed in there, though. Make sure that thing stays warm inside. That's pretty cool. And it's padlocked, so I can't open the door. U.S. National Park Service, NPS. So let's walk up the hill. Sign says Portici straight ahead. And over to the left, I can see the Ball Family Cemetery right out there at the tip of my finger. There's a wall around it, so we're going to end up over there. But let's take a walk since we're so close to where Portici was here. First and Second Battles of Manassas, 1861, July 1861, August 1862. Were both fought in this vicinity. By the way, it's only about 25 degrees out right now. Pretty darn cold. Confederate headquarters. First Battle of Manassas. And that would be a picture of Portici right there. Portici made an ideal headquarters for Confederate General Joseph Johnson. From here, he had a commanding view of the main roads and surrounding countryside. Throughout the day, Confederate regiments passed through the Lewis property en route to the front, and Johnson could forward these reinforcements to any part of the field. After the battle, Portici became a field hospital. Surgeons ministered to the injured of both sides. The wounded filled the plantation outbuildings and covered every floor of the once elegant home. I remember reading about this lady. This lady right here. Among the Federal wounded taken to Portici was Artillery Captain James Ricketts, wounded in the thigh. His devoted wife, Fannie, journeyed through the lines to care for her husband. Yep, I remember reading her story. Let's see what the other one down here says. Cavalry clash. Boy, say that 5 times fast. Can't even say it one time slow. Cavalry Clash. So apparently, I mean, look at the size of this open field here. You could literally get thousands of infantry out here, horses, cannons, guns, fighting against each other. So let's take a peek at the top of the ridge here and see if there's any ruins at all, foundation stones, anything like that. Does not look like it, just grass and trees. But hey, we're at the highest point of the hill. I'll stand up here and do a full 360 around so you can see this. I suspect the house was somewhere right here, so we'll just do a nice slow turn. And the cemetery is right out there, and we're going to go out there next. Down there is where we came from. Route 66 out there. And there you go, full turn. All right, so let's go visit the Ball Family Cemetery out that way. So as we're walking to the Ball Family Cemetery right now, just realized you hadn't seen my face on camera in many videos now. I've always been kind of behind the camera, the last number of them, but you see it's kind of a gray, overcast day. It's about 3:45 in the afternoon, I guess. Very, very cold here in Virginia. As I understand, it's real cold all up and down the East Coast. Crazy weather. Got some heavy snow in various states. But this is gray and overcast, like I said, cold, very, very cold. And I decided today I wanted to go and find something that was out in the open to video. Now, you know that I normally don't give away locations where I am videoing, at least not in more than a vague way. I'll tell you what county I'm in, or in general what area I'm in, but I don't usually give away direct locations of places that I am, just because I don't want to encourage any sort of bad activity, vandalism, that sort of thing. I want to respect these places that we go to visit, especially the cemeteries, graveyards. Show respect to those families and those people that are buried there. But in this case, this is the Manassas Battlefield. This has been open to the public for decades now. And so I don't have any problem telling you where I am when it comes to places like that. We're open to the public. This has all been known about and open and available to anybody who wants to make the trek out here. So yeah, coming to visit this cemetery, a little bit of a trek through the grass here, but some of those Virginia rolling hills, but no mountains to climb, no steep inclines up the side of a crazy hill like some of the cemeteries I visited in Kentucky a couple years ago. Those were crazy. So I can see it right up over the top of the hill here, and we will turn the camera around. You guys can see the Ball Family Cemetery. So there is the wall surrounding the Ball Cemetery. Before we go in there, I'm going to go and see what the sign has to say, the little sign out here in front of it. We kind of approached from the back side rather than the front. Ball Family Cemetery. Right there. There's the cemetery. Let's see. Kind of looks like there are no openings in the stone. That's interesting. No openings at all. Just solid stone all the way around. Let's see if we can read any of these. They're all very much, well, most of them, the four big ones are the same exact style. So Sarah G., wife of Alfred Ball, died May 6, 1875, age 72 years. Sacred to the memory of, that looks like Alfred Ball, born 1793 and died 1853, I think that said. Sacred to the memory Betty Landon Ball, and I think that says 1768 birth date and 1812 death date. Spencer Ball, born 1762, died 1832. I believe that is the oldest stone in here, if I remember my reading correctly. Francis Waring or Maring Ball, I think it's Waring, born 1795, died 1835. And then just a few field stones in here that don't appear to have ever had any writing on them. This is it, the Ball Family Cemetery, surrounded by Manassas Battlefields. And actually, let me see here. Let me look at the dates again. 1835, 1832, 1812, 1853. Sarah is the only one who lived through the Civil War. The rest of these folks were already buried here when the war was happening. There you have it, the Ball Family Cemetery and surrounding area. Beautiful place, and other than Route 66 out there in the distance, probably very, very quiet. Till the next video, y'all have a very great day. See you later.